The cost of operating St. Lucia's embassies and consulates abroad at a time when the country is in dire financial straits has come under heavy criticism from the Lucian People's Movement, the LPM. The LPM says that while the government of St. Lucia has presented an argument for belt tightening to the citizens of the country, it has not followed its own advice by minimizing the cost of operating what the LPM describes as St. Lucia's largest non-productive and low-yielding bureaucratic investment outside of the country. Thurl Prudent is of the view that the sprawling offices, luxury vehicles and expense accounts lead donor countries to conclude that St. Lucia is not a struggling state.
When investors and or persons, foreign or diplomats who are coming to the island trying to interact with us, and they see that, oh boy, this isn't a nation in need. This is a nation that seems to be able to take care of itself. And so we are shoulder to shoulder with them. And yes, we're supposed to be proud of our sovereignty. We're supposed to be proud of who we are as a people. But when it comes to trying to get persons to help the country, we can't pretend as if, well, we've made it already, or we're on the same par with those persons who we desperately need to help us.
The LPM leader says government ought to review staffing at the various embassies and consulates and have positions filled by St. Lucians who are studying international relations and political science in the diaspora. These individuals, he says, can serve as interns and earn college credits.
If it is on a voluntary basis, to be able to make up room for those persons, this non-essential staff that we no longer have to be paying at the particular missions. And it will argue well for us, because at the end of the day, yes, those young persons gain experience, but at the same time, we're doing well for the country, because we're preparing a professional, a diplomatic corps that can be utilized for St. Lucia in the long run. There's also the idea, of course, whereby I suggested that we have an agreement with members of the OECS or even other Caribbean islands, where we, for example, in New York, where we have shared space, in order to save the country money.
According to the LPM, the cost of official travel and subsistence expenses by government ministers and their entourages currently total some $12.48 million annually. The cost of personal housing for ambassadors and other heads of St. Lucia's missions and consulates stands at tens of thousands of dollars monthly.